Hello, everyone. It's Tara. Welcome back. Today is Thursday, I think. Yeah, it's Thursday. Um, I'm not as downtrodden as I was yesterday, which is great. Um, I actually, on my way to work today, listened to some Nouvelle Goudard, and I appreciated that. And there's one thing that he had said that really kind of hit home is when we keep oh gosh, what was the? I wish I could remember. I was driving, so I couldn't like stop and write something down. We fall in love with our past, with our conditions, and all that, like that. Like that was the essence of what it was. Like falling in love with it and being like totally wrapped up with it. Now, I'm not saying that I'm wrapped up with the past. I'm not. I'm aware of it though, and what happens a lot of times when I get this is what I've noticed when I get sad or I start getting frustrated or scared that I start like immediately feeling all alone, you know? And I think that's what really hurts people. They feel alone in their position, whatever it is, and maybe like I did and like I'm pretty sure we all do, you kind of go back in your brain and you think about things that have happened and why it's already like that and this and that kind of thing. And I just was like, I thought it was excellent. So I went out to St. Albans and did that clean. It was wonderful. Um, yeah, that I definitely like cleaning that house. Such a ride though. Like it really doesn't make any sense for me to be doing it, but I'm gonna put up another advertisement. I did take 2 Advil when I left. When yeah, when I left, and then when I left home, when I left there, I took another 2 because I could feel it. Like I got out, I went to go to Job Lots because you can get coffee there really cheaper than I can buy it here. And you'd be so proud of me. I did such a good job in there. I didn't buy half the things that I would have, but because I can't. Um, when you don't buy things frivolously if you can help it, especially when you got your bills to pay. Okay, so when I got out of the car, I was like, "Oh, my knee was like," and I walked very slow through Job Lot, and I'm like, "Oh man, all right." So when I got in the car, I took 2 more Advil, so total of 4 for the day. I'm not gonna touch any unless I have to later to go to sleep. I can't wait to have this taken care of. I really can't. Um, so this is a very strange thing to me, extremely strange, and I'm not sure exactly how to pinpoint it, but I got on the scale. This is the place that I weighed myself 3 weeks ago. I haven't lost 1 pound. As a matter of fact, I gained 3 of them. What the fuck is that? Now I'm thinking to myself, well, you could have gained muscle mass because that could happen, but I've been basically off. Like I've been basically super chill. Yeah, I clean in my house, but it's not the same. I'm not like I'll go after one project at a time, but I'm not like coming in here and doing a weekly clean. I'm not doing that, which is laborious. Um, because of the weirdness with the landlord, I'm not going to garden this year, so that hasn't happened. Like, what on earth is that? So the only thing I can think of is that my body is so focused on healing, probably even deeper than I understand. And that's what it's doing. Now, I knew I wasn't like dropping weight like a GLP, which is fine because I am not here for that solely. That will be a symptom, but I'm like, what the fuck? You, am I gonna have to cut all dairy? Like, what? I don't understand. Maybe I'm drinking too much coffee. Let's be honest. Okay, this is a coffee cup. You see that? I drink 3 of those in the morning and 2 in the afternoon. And I've been trying to not have any in the afternoon. Today I am. Um, I have mostly replaced my road soda with LaCroix, which is basically just carbonated water. So I'm not getting the toxins as much from the Diet Coke. Uh, I guess I'm going to have to test ketones. I'm probably going to have to get ketone monitor, or even a glucose monitor. Glucose is probably easier to get my hands on. I would probably just buy it at the pharmacy. But a pain in the ass to prick my own skin. But I should, I guess. Like, I'm blown away. So it's been 3 weeks since I cleaned this house, and I weighed myself when I was there. I was like, whoa. And I almost forgot about today. I'm like, oh my gosh, let me go check. I'm not wearing heavier clothes. I don't have a sweatshirt on. Um, I'm not wearing boots. I'm in flip flops, so I was barefoot on the scale. Unless her scale's just out of this world wrong. I cannot even, I couldn't, I thought I honestly thought and feel like that I've lost maybe 5 to 7 pounds in the past 3 weeks. For sure. Not gain 3. Like, that's wild to me. It's wild. So, maybe I should just avoid the scale. Maybe I should do the, around the body, measure your body kind of thing. I have a bunch of those measuring things somewhere. I don't know exactly where it is, though. I know that I have it in a really perfect spot, but I don't know where that perfect spot is. So I'm thinking maybe I got to do measurements if I want to measure any of this by the exterior portion of my body. I have seen improvements with skin discoloration, itchy skin. Like, those are gone. What else have I seen improvement in? I guess there's things, but I'm like, there's so many different things that I'm tackling with going keto, and I'm virtually ketovore, that I know I'm having great strides, because there's things that you wouldn't even think about that I'm noticing are going away that I didn't even know was a problem that was related to my eating, honestly, which is stupid because I'm not stupid. So I'm like, what the heck? I have noticed this in the past couple of days. Um, Pooping hasn't been my friend. I don't even talk about it, but it's a thing. Um, I'm usually, I probably have some sort of, I don't even know, like leaky gut or whatever, like I will, I am used to going to number two. Let's do that. Number two, 3 to 5 times a day, normal. Um, right now it's 1 to 2, and I don't like it at all. And I'm like, okay, so something's healing there, and it'll get better, and maybe I need more fat, you know. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe I just have food stuck in my colon. That's so gross. I don't. Should I even post this video? It's so gross. But that could be it. I do have quite a bit of dairy, um, because I have my carnivore ice cream. But outside of that, I haven't even been putting cheese on stuff. You know, I have my kefir, which is only good for your gut. It may have lactate or whatever, but nothing is like bothering me. You know, like it does bother me. I don't know how to explain it at all. It doesn't bother me at all. So, but maybe that's not it. Maybe I do need more fat. I don't know. If you do keto or carnivore, what do you do? Like, what the heck? Like, I don't feel bloated. As a matter of fact, I feel like um, my visceral fat has dissipated a little bit. Um, for sure, I definitely feel like my exterior fat has dissipated a little bit too, because like when I'm laying down and I go to get up and I put my hand on my belly, I can feel my six pack. I know it's in there. Like I can feel my muscles. So I'm like, cool. So, because everybody's got abs, guys, just so you know, everybody's got them. They're just either pushed out and covered up or one or the other, and that's what's up. Um, I know I have visceral fat that needs to go because I spend a lot of time being really, really stressed out. So I've got the cortisol belly. Plus, when I was drinking, obviously I'm going to have a belly. Even though I was drinking a zero carb drink, that doesn't mean shit when it comes to alcohol, sugars in your liver, and all that fun shit. Maybe I'm healing my liver and don't even know it, and that's why it's not focusing on fat yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa, it's kind of an eye opener. Like, did I just, because I'm not, you may not realize this, but I'm not much of a complainer. You guys might not realize this because I get on here and I probably complain to you a lot. Um, am I as more unwell than I thought? And my body's really focusing on things? Do I need to do a fast? Do I need to go OMAD for a couple of weeks? I don't know if I want to do that. I don't think that's necessary right now. I don't know. Maybe I just need to add more fat. I mean, I start my day with a pat of butter. Maybe I should end my day with a pat of butter too. Maybe I need to look at those macros. Maybe I need to start filling my macros in again. I stopped using it because I realized that my macro counter, because I realized that uh, how low my carbs are, and that was all I was really interested in. And I knew I would naturally. I like fat, like so. Even though I'm not using olive oil right now, when I do, I use a lot of it. I'm using tallow mostly to cook with, occasionally a little bit of pork juice. Um, and I'm not using olive oil cooking. So, I mean, yesterday I had a really nice dinner. Really nice dinner. I got some strip steaks from the butcher, and there was three of them. She cut them nice and thick for me and made three. So I cooked them all. I saved one for today and had two last night, and it was just fabulous. There was not a lot of fat in the meat or on the meat. So I I reverse seared now. That's my new thing. I like it. Um, Reverse seared it 20 minutes at 275. Took it out, and I could have gone a little faster on the skillet, but I didn't. Whatever. You know when you're cooking something and you're not quite ready to eat, yeah, that could ruin a steak. So be careful. Um, so when I took it out of the oven to put it in the skillet, I literally put like a tablespoon or more on each steak on top. And then I put it butter side down that already had tallow in it. And then before it was time to flip, I buttered it again. So I flipped it over. So now I got tallow and butter, and I added some more butter to the pan and did some butter braising because I knew it wasn't a fatty meat. And then, of course, I pour some of the juice out of the skillet on top, and I kind of dig this because as the butter cools down, it starts to harden a little bit on the plate. It's kind of like a dip. I don't know. It's just weirdness, and I like it. Um, so I don't know. I'm not mad. I know that um, this season is happening the way it's happening for reasons. I might not know what they are rate this second, but that's really curious. I'm gonna have to say, by the time I weighed myself 3 weeks ago, that had already been under 15 carbs a day for at least 3 weeks. Right off the bat. Are Diet Cokes that bad? Could be, because it's got the aspartame in it, and that probably, I know it can spike insulin. Maybe it is. You got to be careful with your artificial sweeteners, guys. Their body will start treating them like regular sugar. So that very well could be it. Maybe the next time I make keto ice cream, maybe I won't make it. Maybe I'll just not make any and just deal with my sweets, like when I have my sweet tooth. Maybe I'll just focus on savory right now and let that go. I have one left. When I make a batch, it either is two giant servings, like the gelato containers, which I love, but that's a lot, or it's three small containers from my glass collection, and those I prefer. Those seem to hit just right. You're happy. You don't feel like you want more, and it's not as much as that gelato. The gelato's a lot. It's a lot. Not that I'm having gelato. It's I saved the containers from the two times I have had gelato in my life. I had them over the winter. Those are amazing. And you don't want them. No, no, you don't. We're talking about really bad carbs. So I'm so curious because this is what I put in my ice cream: heavy cream, egg, a little vanilla, a little bit of cinnamon, and allulose, which is supposed to be like a GLP. And your body never looks at it like sugar, apparently. And if I want flavor outside of the vanilla, I think is my favorite, I'll put some peanut butter in it. That's the only source of fucking carbs I've had. And I'll put a serving of peanut butter for those three things, right? It's super low in carb, dude. It's super low. So I'm not, maybe it's because peanuts are really legumes. I mean, can it be possible that I'm that fucking sensitive? because then how was I not 500 pounds when I was eating crap? So something's up, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. And no, I'm not going back to eating something else because, well, if I'm gonna be this fat, I might as well eat whatever I want. This is eating whatever I want. I definitely feel better, and if it takes time, it takes time. The writing was on the wall when I quit drinking and I didn't drop weight. That something was up. And then I switched really quickly into sugar. Before it would be like I'd have a treat now and again, and then it became every day. And then the portions got bigger and bigger. And I was just trying to replicate the sugars. You're addicted to sugar. That's what it is. So that's why I always say cake is just as bad as beer. It's so bad for you. It's so bad. So once I realized that, I understand that no, I'm not going to lose weight by being a sugar junkie. But initially, I didn't immediately switch into sugar. You know what I mean? Like, that wasn't automatic. It's so weird. I don't know. Who knows? But if you have any ideas, I've always been stocky. Even when I was skinny, I'm like a fit skinny, and that's been a while. Um, I got tree trunks for legs. Like I don't know how to explain it. It doesn't make much sense to me. My thinnest, people thought I was too skinny because I wear my weight well. I have my muscle mass is high. So even though I was like, oh, I'm such a fat ass because I know that I weigh 140 pounds, nobody else would ever say that I weighed 140 pounds. They thought I was like 115, 110. That's crazy. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. But I'm going to experiment. I am definitely not going to have any more Diet Coke. That's my first big uh-oh. Um, I've already made the decision that I'm going to stop using my creamer for my coffee. And yes, I'm using the nasty shit, the Coffee Mate powder. It's gross, but it's delicious. So I'm going to let that go and do a pinch of salt in my coffee. I want to beat a black coffee drinker. Let's see how it goes. Or not a coffee drinker at all. But first things first. I am just confused. I've already gone to dark coffee with my creamer. Like I'm getting ready. And that's why I stopped at Job Lot so I could get some higher quality coffee than I could buy locally for the money that I need to be spending it on. And because if I just did it with like the brand that I usually use around here, it's not great coffee. Maybe I should. Oh gosh, whatever. One thing at a time. Oh, I just want you to have a happy day. I hope you're doing all right. Um, Today was a great clean. It was fabulous. I did her towards the. I was really mad when it was tub time. I really need to get on my knees for that. And boy, my knee doesn't like it. But I did it anyway, and I got that tub done, and it was nice. And I got to see her mom, and that was nice. I haven't seen her since last year, and she's the reason why I'm there, because she told her she told her daughter it will relieve a lot of stress if you have somebody come every once in a while, whether it's once a week or once a month, and that is true. Because if I could do it, I would have somebody come in here once a week, for real. So, uh, Not yet. Soon. I will. The phone is ringing. I'm so glad it doesn't stop my video. I tell you what, I'd be pissed if that stopped my video. Oh, but Fancy's excited. I'm excited. I got to see Otis. Otis is very sweet. Um, I did the house backwards, opposite way that I normally do. Because I always feel like that last room is the one that I'm last in, is the one that I am tired at that point. So I started in there, and which is good because that's the first room they see. You know what I mean? Like when she comes from home, that's the first room she sees. And if it's the last one I'm in, and like last time I went 3 weeks ago, the vacuum shit the bed. And I require my clients to have their own vacuums. So I didn't even have mine in the car. I was like, oh my God. Thank God I had vacuumed that room. But it just like everything just like it just went sideways for me. So I went backwards. I did the entryway and then the kitchen and then the bathroom and then the living room. And I brought a bunch of mop heads so I could switch it out and just get it really nice. So anyway, I know you don't give a shit. I'm gonna go now. Um, I thank you very much. But if you can come up with any understandings about why I should be dropping, I should be losing weight, water weight, something. So I'm going to go to my carnivore group and ask if anybody else is having that. For me being so brand new to it, really, I'm going to say it's been about 6 weeks, maybe longer. I should totally, I should have dropped 10 pounds by now. And since 3 weeks ago, I should have dropped 5 to 7. I'm thinking so. So something's going on, and it could be just my body saying, well, "No, we got to do this first," or I don't know. So anyway, I'm not sad today. I'm not crying. I feel blessed and highly favored, and things are good. And I drove down one of my favorite dirt roads today that I used to drive down every single day, and I haven't driven down it forever because I had no reasons to. And today I said, "Fuck it, I'm making a right here." And I drove through Selden and went down the back way, went to the Four Corners, and then went down Tyler Branch. Oh my God. And there was this old house that was getting renovated. I'm like, why are they taking so long? Well, they're done now. Oh my gosh. They crushed it. Oh my God. These people did such an amazing job to this old house. Holy shit. I got to see that. And then I went up my favorite dirt road. One of them, Longley Bridge. Oh my goodness. That was awesome. So, okay. I'm going to go now. I love you a long time. Thank you for hanging out with me and listening to me for almost 30 minutes. And talk to you later. Bye.